a term that I come up with called the vulnerability labyrinth. And the vulnerability labyrinth is kind of, it occurs because first of all, you have this diagnosis or you have an event or something happens. And then firstly, you kind of go into automatic pilot. You go into this calm of the storm where everything around you happens and you've got no option but to put one foot in front of the other. And we probably all did this to a certain extent of the pandemic when everybody was making the decisions and we knew that the only thing we could do was keep breathing and just do what we were supposed to be, we were being told to do. Then there's this invasion of advice where every Tom, Dick, and Harry and their hairdressers all tell us exactly what we ought to be doing or could be doing or maybe should be doing. And it might come in the form as a Daily Mail article, an envelope popped into your letterbox. It might be a very
Lord, no.
weird, a little well-meaning conversation from somebody. But all these different things essentially present us with, this is how we get better. This is how it's going to all be okay. And then there, after the invasion, comes this sort of sense of this vulnerability labyrinth. And the vulnerability labyrinth is like this construct of the language, the systems, and the power imbalance of professionals and policies, which essentially make families like us feel really powerless and isolated because we don't know the words, we don't know the rules, we don't have the authority to make the decisions about the people that we love. And so we kind of end up being observed by all these people. We end up being open up to the scrutiny of all these people in order to decide whether or not we should get a service or whether or not we should get funding or whether or not this is appropriate for our child. Now, all those services are very well meaning and all those things are in place to make our lives better. But there is a consequence of that system that essentially means we live in a goldfish bowl.